Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We're back into Watch Your Realms and it is Dev Insights. They've just updated, so let's have a read through. There is some quite interesting ones, starting with the first one as well. Question 1. Thumb up label gear settings. Thank you for the quality of life feature. We need it, it's great, almost a must have. Substat settings is missing. Just for the attacker, attack percentage main stat, I'm vaulting crit damage, flat attack speed, and rage regain. On top, I must have crit rate, else it's useless. If I want from these 5 substats 3 matching, but always must have crit rate, I must set up 6 rules instead of 1. The additional rules for attack speed and crit damage gear to rule out all combinations without crit rate. I just can't fit in. Please add must match substat. So their answer to that, and this is a bit of a blow. Thanks for the feedback. At this stage we will continue making improvements, but that's nice, in the future updates based on your feedback. However, we are not planning to make this function more complicated right now. I don't think it would be complicated at all. I think it may be complicated for them to implement, but for a user side, not that complicated. Okay, question 2. Unequip all option for removing all gear from all heroes would be great. Needs a confirmation prompt, as it would be a dangerous action, but would be a huge time saver. Okay, thanks for the feedback. We're designing and having discussions about the direction of our improvements. We shall share them with everyone as soon as we confirm the improvement plans. So maybe, who knows about that one then. Okay. Question 3. Beyond frustrating, I love the game, I really like it, I like the updates we're finally getting. However, I am at my wit's end with GVG and the preparation phase. See where this is going. I prepare my gear on the second fight reset. I understand this happens between rounds as there is a prep phase, but not within the same round. Okay, so we'll see a description of that. So where are you? Yes, we'll see a description of it up here. This is what he's on about. So we have 2 fights, don't we? And there's a prep phase at the beginning, but not in between the 2 fights. I want to change gear between rounds, gear change and save on the extra battles it would set. But I don't have a reset within rounds. It should stay the same. So yeah, fully agree with him actually. Also, we need a much more aggressive PvP arena. I have managed that gear quite closely. My server resets at 4 AM for them. Ooh, that's terrible. This is a game, not a job. I'm not setting my alarm for 3:50 to bounce gear back and forth for GVG and then wait on the server reset to put my PvP team in. Yeah. So I don't drop too much in the ranking. This game breaking for me, please fix. Thanks for your feedback. We will gradually expand the gear switching functionality from PvP to other modes, so maybe there will be something in that in the future. It would be nice. Question 4. Apex coins only appear as a reward for Plat 3 and above. I believe this kind of new shop is very fun, but should be accessible for newer players. I said this myself, like myself too. Increasing the amount of gap consistently increases the gap between long-time existing players and new players, and I don't think it's a good thing for the growth of the community long-term wise. Even the smallest amount accessible to every rank would be better in my opinion. Thank you for your consideration. We've already noticed that the related problems, relevant data is being investigated and adjustments have been made. Well, we already got this little refresh, didn't we? You got 200 coins, but the gap between what they're getting in full Apex and the people smashing it are probably already getting, you know, A2s and A3s. So that's all that's there to solve. It's not there to actually give out rank rewards for people. And even if you got them at all ranks, you're still stuck at the shop because the shop doesn't allow you to buy stuff because they graded the shop because they want you to spend money to do well in PvP. Right. As an Overlord rank player, please give rewards to someone below Plat 3 and increase Apex coins. Some players don't need to purchase Lady Alexandra or her soul stones. Some poor souls just want to buy ancient summoning crystals and Apex crystal chest. My suggestions: Plat 1 to 2, 200. Plat 3, 200. Up to 500, I assume that is. Overlord from 400 to 1500, Apex 1500 to 1300. Don't you all feel odd that the ancient summoning crystal costs 1500 Apex coins when you can get them, get that for free from the Overlord rank reward? Yeah, probably. We've already noticed the relative problems. Related data is being investigated and adjustments will be made in the current results. Well, again, that seems to be only how quickly people are getting them. Doesn't seem to be giving them to all people, and certainly I don't see them ever changing the shop. I think the shop will remain ranked for a long time to come. So, question 6 then, with a couple of rounds of applause as well. Quick feedback for the new AMR 19 to 22. Basically, these levels are pointless. Okay, the only benefit for these new levels is the ability to get more mithril per run. I know, it's brilliant. My personal opinion is that the drop rates for the Forge need to be enhanced to the following. Legendary 20%, Mythic 70%, Exclusive 10%. That's quite the jump. Otherwise, I might as well pull on the normal mithril pools. Okay, the current problem is that there are 22 different ground exclusives and 27 platform exclusives. With this majority difference exclusives, pulling one that you want with a 2% chance to pull is an extremely small. The only way you could correct this is to change the drop rate or include gleaming meteorites in the drops of AMR 21 to 22 to like 3 to 5. Sadly, I'm disappointed that this update and probably waste my energy or time with these new levels since I have just as much chance to pull what I need just from Mythic Forge and Gleaming Meteorites I get from the Void Rift Forge exclusives. Thanks for the feedback. The drop rates of exclusive artifacts will be increased in the future update versions. By how much though is unknown, isn't it? Thank you very much. Boom, have yourself a quick round of applause. Yeah, I'll agree with that. That's nice. So yeah, good. Well done to whoever put that feedback in. You actually got something done in the game, or they were going to do it anyway, and they just tied it into your feedback. Who knows? 7. I just earned 20,000 Brave Conquest points running AMR 22. Congratulations on 22. And the Forge only gave me 1 exclusive. I understand that the 2% is intentionally low, but if this is how the rates are in reality, then the content is simply not worth trying to farm at all. Please consider the drop rates. This is extremely too low. This is entirely too low. Thanks for your feedback. The drop rate of the artifact will be increased in the future versions. Well, we don't know. So on the Forerunner, at the moment, as it stands, it's still 2%. They haven't increased that. And will they give more exclusives to people who have already farmed it? I doubt it. There you go. So. Question 8. Please remove gold rewards from Trouble of Champions events and replace them with a suitable amount of Apex coins. Brilliant if they did that. This would allow weaker but more active players to work towards the Apex shop items. Not really, because you're still gated within the shop. While it's not significantly affecting those at higher ranks. Thanks to the feedback, we will update the contents in the shop. So just remove the gating, give everyone the chance to get Apex coins. If they get them, they can spend them whenever they like. If it takes them 6 years to save up for Lady Alexandra, it takes 6 years. They should be able to buy her once they've actually saved up for it. I like that the new event mode has different difficulty stages, but can you guys improve the event shop a little? Maybe more ancient shards and 1 legendary skill crystal. Thanks for the feedback. We have already made some changes according to feedback regarding various shop selections. Yeah, because the shop always includes at least 1 5-star psychic power. And who needs them? Who needs them anymore when you're doing that, okay? Or do something with the psychic power. Although I do like in the shop, I do like that you can buy gold or other little bits for just 1 or 2 coins, so you can actually use up all your coins. You're not left with a certain amount at the end. Anyway, right, when GVG matches start, can we get a character in camp that reminds us that GVG match is going on? It is easy not to realise there is a match going on during the week, and that the guild tab there is so much to keep track of, and it's easy to forget about GVG. Thanks. We will add notifications like pop up when guild vs guild matches start. Please check the settings. So no change there then. 11. It'd be nice if more things in the game snapshotted. By this I mean when you record a run, the game tracks not only which units you used and when you used ults, but also what gear you had on. I feel like I speak for a lot of people when I say swapping gear can be kind of a pain. Yeah, it is. But the best set's on your guild boss team, and then swap those again for the Faction Wars trial. Then swap those again for Guild Raid 1, and the next day swap them again for Guild Dungeons. This would cut down on a lot of the mindless busy work and let people just play the game. If I beat it once, and that means I can beat it, be done, and it sets my units at that time, and it should keep track and recognise that in the future auto runs. Thanks again for the feedback. We plan to slowly expand the feature of a recording system and the modes it can apply to. Who knows? Maybe some good news there. Maybe some good news. Okay, AMR 21 and 22 do not save different teams. Do they not? I didn't notice that. So when you go into a gear, go into my gear on AMR 21 team, it shows the team I used to beat 22. This feels like a huge oversight. We will fix this problem in the next version update. Well done. I didn't even know that happened. I'm going to check that in a minute. So question 13, could we please view our own heroes in a similar way like in the gallery? Constantly scrolling down 3 columns selected are ridiculous, especially if you have lots of legendary heroes. Thanks to the great game. Thanks for the feedback. We are already making improvements to the hero roster page. These improvements will be added in the coming update. So who knows, maybe there'll be some differences going on, but they seem to have been on about that for a while. Right. Please change it so we can see which heroes we used for each stage. With the addition of stages 19 to 22 of AMR, I'm always looking at my mages when I want to farm stage 21, which are fighters, or at least split them into categories, 2 separate categories somehow. The same thing, not annoying, happens in Void Rift when I can only see the team that I beat the boss of the phase with. Gearing for auto combat is also annoying. Please can I have adjustments and how I have to press autoplay just to see the team that I used on a base of memory. We've already separated the teams used in artifact raids. Please check the recorded team again after the update. Stages 21 and 19 and 21 share the same team. Stages 20 and 22 share the same team. Okay, I'm going to run them after this and have a check, but have a check of yours then. Apparently this has already been done. I'm not so sure, but there you go. It might have. Question 15. As guild leader, it's very difficult to track activity on a guild boss 1 and guild boss 2 unless I am on just before reset, which is 4 AM for my time. A lot of people getting reset at 4 AM. Could you please allow us to view the results prior to the weekly, daily reset via the damage rankings button before we can claim the rewards? This would help allow us to see who is utilising their attacks and how they are doing. Thanks to the feedback, the previous leaderboard functionality will be added to better aid players. Okay, that's a bonus then. I think that'd be good all round. Yeah, be nice to actually see. Adding a better way to recruit guild members. Refresh doesn't do that. Doesn't do that much. Maybe add a filter to search in by country, region, and or minimum max power level. We will add this part of the improvements to our future plans. Guild versus guild is unfair. I know I'll explain why, and I would like to make a suggestion. It's not about having stronger people in the guild, having people with better characters or anything like that. Okay, update time where I live is 5 AM. Right, and the time I sleep the day before is 9 at night. Okay, so you go to bed at 9 and you're still asleep by 5. Right, okay. If I leave the garrison equipped for GVG, I spend 8 hours vulnerable in the arena and lose a lot of points. I can't wake up before 5, much less just to change the equipment on a certain time. Yeah. Please have items saved to my GVG after trimmings are saved. I sort of get what he means, yes. We are planning to add improvements to this part. Players have achieved this by clicking the update gear button after they garrison their teams. Alright, so they're sort of saying that after you update the gear garrison, is that it? Fully done and saved? Hello, I inherited a guild a year ago after GVG was introduced. Everyone left. Now the guild has rebuilt and is fairly active. I would like to change its name. It has nothing to do with the original project. In the current version, we can rename the guild by spending diamonds. I didn't know you could change the guild name just by spending diamonds. There's a change name certificate, isn't there, in the guild shop, in the shop, but I don't know about changing the guild name, not a guild leader. But if you are, is it that easy to do? Have they just overlooked something? For GVG, please allow us to make more changes on defences on Sunday. Many people work on Monday, and allowing people to change/test defences on Sunday would be really helpful. We will consider changing the time when players change their defences according to the working days as best as we can. Please bring back the total overall for artifact mats per rarity at the top row. It's a step back to click through all options to see where a temple is available. And there is enough space at the top. We're in the process of designing a system similar to this in order to solve players' problems. Oh, that's nice then. Now that we have the excellent new gear recommendation plans, can we please make it so the quick filters can apply to enhanced gear at the very least? Maybe even a toggle for locking for locked, so that we can quickly apply new gear plans to existing gear. Pretty please. We have already added the feature for quick filter and locking. Urgent quality of life suggestion: can we get a double, triple, quadruple confirmation button when upgrading artifacts? I just accidentally sold my maxed frigid flame to upgrade another frigid flame. Oh, you can do that, can you, easily? And it didn't even bring me back the mithril. My suggestion is, can we get a confirmation in the form at the side that we need to drag from the left to the right to actually stop us from spamming buttons, and when we use a maxed artifact to upgrade another artifact, if by mistake or on purpose we can get all the materials used to upgrade this artifact similar to when we sell it, but also when we use it as food by mistake, of course. That way, even player who did sell a maxed artifact, like what happened to me, at least can build one from the start. Thank you. We will introduce a confirmation button in the pop-up in the future versions of updates. Just to finish this on a positive note, would you please pass my feedback about recent performance optimizations? After a small September update, game has become as smooth as possible in a lot of areas it struggled before. So my best regards to developers, looking forward to the long-awaited October update and continuing growth. Thank you for continuing supporting the game. We will continue interacting with players and listening to your feedback. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Dolores A5, 100%. Players have been asking for this annoying crap to be fixed for 2 years now. Is it really that hard? Our initial design for Dolores skill is to allow players to make gambles, and the gamble means wins and losses. The awakening A5 only raises the winning chance, but we are not planning on removing the gambling itself. Of course you're not, because the game thrives on gambling. That's why we're all spamming our summon buttons. This is the core element of this hero. The core element of her is that it's worth a gamble because you haven't got that many legendaries that do it that well. So she's in a class of her own. More of a gamble if there are other heroes that didn't do it. Okay, I was more excited about gear locks than I was about the new content, Watch Your Realms. More like Watch Your Realms gear swapping. Please implement gear locks for all content. Thanks for the feedback. We've already added this feature in the update. Allow us to replay our latest arena offense defense battles so we can better understand what happened and how to improve. Currently, we are not able to find a suitable way to implement this content. That's a shame. That would have been nice. Yeah. Okay then, right, let's jump into this one, second to last one. Question 27. I like to read about statistics from the war cabinet, but it's too low. For example, this one here, all gear has attack percentage of the main stat. How about the secondary stat? Where's a screenshot of the statistics, the stats of the hero? Where were they when they were dealing damage? Were they alone? Was the bonded skill up? There's so many unknowns making this war cabinet analysis worthless. We will gradually improve our statistics system, but not all the data will be available at the beginning. No time frame on that at all or anything like that. 28. An unequipped for all gear would be nice, the same as mentioned before, as I find myself always switching gear out and I haven't been able to farm sets for all of my characters. We will consider making relevant function designs. There we go. So that's everything done. That's it. Gear recommendations is staying as it is. We're not getting a substats button. That's a downside. They do say they're going to improve the event shop. So got an event coming up Thursday it starts, so hopefully that will be up. Otherwise that comment will come back round and bite you again, because we're put a suggestion in saying why don't you adhere to what you said in the dev comments. And then, the upgrade chance, and of course for mythic artifacts. So as it stands at the moment, to my best of my knowledge, it is still 2% in the Forerunner, so that hasn't been updated of yet. But what it'd be updated to? Place your bets. I'm going for 3%. My hopes aren't high. Although, I don't mind the slim chance on the artifacts so much if I could get more of those essences to upgrade any artifacts. At least then I do only need to get it once, which isn't so bad. But the mythic is a major boost. Right, so that's me done. There's the dev insights. Good, bad, indifferent, happy about it? When do you think it's coming? Right, I'll see you in a video again soon. Cheers for your time. Bye.